Hey guys, this is the English guitar guy here. Today we're going to talk about basic fingerstyle guitar technique and we're going to look specifically at crossing strings with the right hand. So when we talk about crossing strings, what we mean by that is going from one string straight to the next string to the next string. Often this is used as a way to play a chord without strumming it and to get a sort of a more delicate sound. So instead of going to go, so even though the rules of string crossing are broken at higher level, a lot of the time they're not, and you'll see them being rigidly adhered to. Let's start by talking about string territory. So the thickest three strings here, which are strings 4, 5 and 6, are being covered by the thumb. So if you wanted to, you can go thumb, thumb, thumb. That's going E, A, D. Now this is the bit where a lot of people get into a tangle, and that is where you're playing strings 3, 2 and 1 with fingers 1, 2 and 3. So your ring finger is covering the first string, which is the thinnest one. Middle finger is covering the second string, and your index finger is covering the third string. So that can be a bit confusing with all those different numbers. But if you practice this little exercise now, it kind of makes sense. So what you do is we're going to play the thumb on the 6th string, then again on the 5th string, then again on the 4th string, and now you can have these 3 fingers already on and just peel them off one by one. So you're now going to play index, middle and ring. And again. I'm now going to do it annoyingly close so that you can see everything I'm doing. Okay, we're now going to look at an exercise I use for myself and my students to warm up and build coordination in the fingers and the thumb. So what you're going to do is you're going to strike the thickest string with the thumb. Then you're going to go index finger on 3rd string, middle finger 2nd string, ring finger 1st string. So let me show you. If you find that difficult, just continue doing that very slowly and gradually build speed until it becomes easier. If you found that okay and you want a little bit more, what you do here is we're going to go thumb, index, middle, ring, index, middle, and you loop it over. As many times as you like. If you feel tension building in the wrist or the hand, you just drop it back down into natural position and then pick it back up wherever it lands and you start from there. It's not ideal to be bending the wrist like that. I know a lot of textbooks from years ago said to do that to get a sort of a straight, clean cut, but if you think about that, it means your tendons are now being pulled round the corner. And you really don't want them rubbing away like that. So the best thing you can possibly do on the right hand and the left hand is to keep everything as straight as possible. And you're probably going to find, like a lot of my students do, as long as this is straight, you'll find that you can actually play quite a lot faster because you're not having to pull round corners. So one of the most important things I'd like you to take away from this lesson is the rule of thumb. Pun intended, meaning that the thumb is going to stay on these thick 3 strings and that your index is constantly guarding its territory, being the 3rd string from the floor, middle on the 2nd string, and ring on the 1st string. I'm going to show you a couple of clips now of people playing some advanced pieces where that exact rule is being implemented and rigidly adhered to. For yesterday He had a promise me, full hands and then away. Alright, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson.